Ever since Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin announced plans to establish an international airport in Hosur, it has triggered a debate. Is the Hosur airport feasible? Vanakkam. This is D. Suresh Kumar. Thank you for joining me in this episode of the Hindu Focus Tamil Nadu. Late last month, Chief Minister Stalin made a suo motu statement in the Assembly. He announced plans to establish an international airport in Hosur in Krishnagiri district, which borders Karnataka. This proposed airport, he said, would come up on a site of about 2,000, spread across 2,000 acres and would have the potential to handle about 3 crore passengers annually. Now, why Hosur? Over the past 2 decades, Hosur has evolved into a major industrial and manufacturing hub in Tamil Nadu. It boasts of some big industrial names such as TVS Motor Company, Ashok Leyland, Titan, and Ola's electric scooter manufacturing plant. It is proximate to Bengaluru. In fact, the distance between Hosur and Bengaluru is just about 40 kilometers by road. In fact, many people say that Hosur and Bengaluru are almost like twin cities. For thousands of employees of the electronic city in Bengaluru, Hosur is almost like a second home and their preferred area of residence. In fact, soon after Stalin announced his plan, in its first reaction, the Karnataka State Transport Operatives Association welcomed it. It said that this plan would be beneficial to the residents who are living in the eastern and southern region in Bengaluru. Essentially, these residents will now have to travel about 2 hours to reach the Kempegowda International Airport in Bengaluru. Therefore, an airport in Hosur would be reachable within about 30 minutes in case future transport develops in the sector. The plan for an airport in Hosur as such is not new. Even in 2018, the then Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy had reminded the centre that Hosur was initially shortlisted as part of the Udan Phase 1 scheme for an airport. However, the airport was never operational and therefore he had asked the centre to expedite the process. Subsequently, in late 2021, the Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation had even called for consultants to study the feasibility of having an airport in Hosur, and that study was to cover including the future aviation forecast for the region and possible site location for the airport. In fact, the union government was also open to the idea of Tamil Nadu establishing an airport in Hosur. Sometime in 2022, the then Union Minister for Civil Aviation V.K. Singh had confirmed this in the Parliament. He said Tamil Nadu could perhaps establish an agreement with TAL, which owns an airstrip, a private airstrip in Hosur, and the Bengaluru International Airport Limited, which owns the Kempegowda International Airport, for possibly establishing the Hosur airport. At that point, the minister had pointed out, although there existed an agreement with BIAL, that is the Bangalore International Airport Limited, to not establish any new airport within 150 kilometer aerial distance of an existing airport. In this case, to promote the regional connectivity scheme, a special concession could be made and possibly establish an airport in Hosur. Nonetheless, subsequently, the centre went back on this and it said that this concession agreement with BIAL cannot be relaxed and therefore an airport cannot come up in Hosur. Consequently, the TIDCO, the Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation, had also called off the feasibility study that it initially initiated. So, what is the stumbling block here? Now, as per the policy on airport infrastructure in India, no greenfield airport could be established within 150 kilometer aerial distance of an existing airport. In the current case of the Kempegowda International Airport, until it completes 25 years, no airport could be established within 150 kilometer radius. This technically means that Tamil Nadu has to wait until 2033 to establish an airport anywhere near Hosur. On the ground, however, there are no two opinions on the need to establish a second airport closer to Bengaluru. In fact, late last year, the Bangalore International Airport Limited had initiated the process to commission a master plan for expansion of the Kempegowda International Airport. At that point, its chief operating officer, Satyaki Raghunath, had said that in all probability, the airport would run out of its capacity by the early 2030s. And among the locations that he had identified for expansion of the Kempegowda International Airport beyond 2 runways was Hosur. In fact, recognizing the need for a second airport, last month the Karnataka Infrastructure Development Minister M.B. Patil has called for measures to initiate the process. He pointed out that considering that an airport expansion involves massive land acquisition, the process needs to be initiated immediately. Now, Patil made the statement just a few days before Stalin made the announcement about the Hosur International Airport in the assembly. In fact, he has suggested locations in the proximity of Bengaluru in Karnataka itself for the next airport. So, does this mean that the Hosur airport will never see the light of the day? Actually not. In the past, the centre has relaxed rules that prohibit establishment of a secondary greenfield airport within 150-kilometer aerial distance. This happened in the case of the Jewar airport, which is also called the Noida International Airport. Now, the Noida International Airport is located about 72 kilometers away from the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Now, going by the rule, the distance between the Hosur and the Kempegowda International Airport in terms of aerial distance will be about 74 kilometers. Practically speaking, an airport in Hosur will be beneficial to both Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, to its industrialists as well as to its common citizens. A couple of years ago, the Karnataka government had approved the expansion of the Bangalore Metro Rail project. It wanted the project to be expanded from Bommasandra to Hosur. The Chennai Metro Rail Limited has also initiated work towards this end. This means in the near future, there could be metro rail connectivity between Bengaluru and Hosur, facilitating easy commuting of people between the two cities. And therefore, having an international airport in Hosur would actually have greater connectivity with Bengaluru in terms of metro rail as well. In fact, it would be ideal for the centre to have a steering committee and bring on board representatives of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. They could then decide on the location of the airport that would be closer to Bengaluru. Whether it is Hosur or any place closer to Bengaluru, the idea should be that it should benefit not just air passengers but also cargo movement and the industries that are located in Bengaluru as well as Hosur. Hopefully, a solution would be found to this very soon. On that note, this is D. Suresh Kumar signing off. Thank you.